Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith with an update on the forecast as we head into Easter weekend, specifically focusing in this edition of Next Weather on the beaches and what we're seeing in the forecast specifically for our beautiful beaches from Dauphin Island to our Baldwin County beaches, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach to Perdido Key, Pensacola Beach, and Destin. We covered all here on Fox 10 News, so let's get into it. First thing I want to do is show you what it looks like down here right now. And if you're stuck in town, at home or at work, look at this. This is what we're missing right now. It is beautiful out there right now. The winds are very light. We're seeing a bit of a southerly flow kind of coming back in, but the surf is really calm. You can see the colors in the water. So a lot of the dingy water we had from some of the heavy rain we had about a week ago, a lot of that is mixing out, and even some deep blue-green water in Perdido Pass. This is Orange Beach and Perdido Pass, and it just gets prettier the further you head towards Pensacola Beach and Destin. So really looking good there. And this is a look at Dauphin Island. Not as pretty because the water in the bay right now is kind of muddy. So we have some big rivers. The big 5 rivers are full of water. A lot of water coming down right now. Mobile River at the Berry Steam Plant about 10 feet. And so that puts that muddy water all the way out through the mouth of the bay, but it does clean up once you get on the outside and certainly looks better in Orange Beach and in Fort Morgan. Okay, let's jump into the beach forecast because this is Easter weekend, and sometimes that's the beginning of the beach season for people, and a lot of people have spring break for kids and stuff. And so they like to take time off around Easter weekend because you may get some extra days off, and with kids being on spring break and that kind of thing. And so you may be celebrating Easter in town or at the beach. And this is what we're seeing. Easter is looking good, but it will be a little rougher right now. It's calm. Orange Beach, Bowie. This is about 15 miles south of Orange Beach at 67 degrees. The wind's out of the southeast at 7, and the wave height's 1.5 feet, which is really calm into the Gulf. And today, wind gusts, not much. Seeing a little breeziness near the coast, but not bad. Wind gusts up to about 15 this afternoon. Water temperatures are a little bit cooler today because of the chilly weather we saw this morning, and they also will be a little cooler again tomorrow from the same reason. We have seen the water temperature getting up close to 70, but it looks like we're in the upper 60s for the time being. So it's not ideal swimming weather just yet. Looking at Orange Beach tonight, we go down into the 50s, so it gets a little bit cooler at the beach tonight, but we don't see any rain. And for our beaches in Alabama tomorrow, water temperatures in the low 70s. Put on the sunscreen like crazy. High SPF, reapply. We're going to see full-on sunshine tomorrow. 74 at Dauphin Island. 77 in Gulf Shores, 77 in Orange Beach with that low rip current risk. And looking ahead, the rip current risk stays pretty low through Friday. I just see a little uptick in the surf values on Friday, and it could get a little breezy late in the day. But by Saturday, we likely have a medium rip current risk, and we may even go over to a high risk by Sunday as the storm system approaches, and that's going to make for some rougher surf. And so you definitely can look at the forecast, but more importantly, you have to heed the warnings of the local beach flags because there are lifeguards and emergency personnel that actually set these flags up based on the actual conditions, not the forecast. And when we get green conditions, that means it's calm. So that can be really good for swimming. Yellow means moderate surf, so you got to swim with extra caution. Maybe have something that you can grab onto, something that floats, whether it be a boogie board or a wakeboard or something, or maybe a little floatable raft or something, and try not to get out too deep. And then red and double red means stay out of the water. So that's what those flags mean. Our beach flags are very important because the rip currents are the #1 cause of weather-related fatalities in our area. So many people are caught off guard by that. They think they can swim better than they can, or they're on vacation, just dying to get out in the Gulf, and then it ends up being a bad situation. So here's what we're seeing in that extended forecast. Sunshine on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower on Easter Sunday. Scattered storms return next week. And it looks like it could be a little unsettled pretty much all week next week. All right, so again, I want to highlight that rip currents are super deadly, and you got to stay out of the water when it's rough, but it should be pretty calm through Friday. It's just over the weekend that we start to see more of an issue there. And number one cause of weather-related fatalities for the Gulf Coast will be rip currents, something we're going to always be talking about here on Next Weather and on Fox 10 News. Have a great day.